contest with the bow, and to set out 12 axe heads in a row, call on anyone who wants to marry her, any potential suitor, see whether he can string the bow, take an arrow, and fly it through the 12 axe heads. The axe heads. Person who can do that, she's willing to marry. But look here. She did that right after the dream. Now look here. Odysseus had been plotting for a long while, trying to figure out how he's going to take out 108 men. He had the drive, he pondered, he had no plan until she brought up the idea of the bow, the contest, because setting up the bow, his old bow, his favorite bow that no one else could string, that put a bow in his hands. And with the arrows, sheaf of arrows, she then found a way to arm Odysseus in the middle of all the suitors. She could only do that by saying, look here, whoever wins the contest, I will remarry. Quick with that, they decided to enter into the contest. She had the plan. He had no plan. This plan didn't come from any goddess. Athena didn't have it. She just urged them to fight. She came up with this critical move, and this critical move allowed him then to take advantage of his position. He got his son to lock up the storerooms and to confiscate all of the suitors' weapons, because they said, look here, the smoke is going to bother your weapons, and someone may, with drinking, get upset. And you know how steel hypnotizes men, magnetizes them, so they collect all the weapons and put them aside, so the only person armed is Odysseus with the bow and all the arrows. So he and his son and 2 aides come together, and they set up a very keen advantage point, and then strike out the suitors one by one. Who had the plan? Penelope. She outdid, number one, the goddess Athena. Goddess Athena didn't come up with a plan. She did. She made it possible, therefore, for him to succeed. Very interesting woman. Now, another thing. We have to contrast her with Helen. Helen, too, obviously is known for her fame of beauty and for her wisdom. She was a very clear-seeing woman. She was very famous, and famous for her augury. Now, augury is the prophetic ability to prophesize on the basis of natural signs. That's augury. So quickly, let's take a quick look at Helen's augury. Now, it's a key spot, very interesting. I have it here in book 15, around 170. Maybe 150 to 170. Telemachus is there. He's at the house of Menelaus. Menelaus, of course, is married to Helen. While they're talking, even as he spoke, a beat of wings went skyward, off to the right. A mountain eagle, grappling a white goose in his talons. A heavy prey hooked from a farmyard. Women and men at arms made hubbub, running up as he flew over. But then he wheeled hard to the right, above the horses, a sight that made the whole crowd cheer, with hearts lifting in joy. Prestistratus called out, "Read us the sign, O Menelaus, Lord Marshal of armies. Was the god revealing something thus to you, to ourselves?" At this, the old friend of the god of battle grouped in his mind for the right thing to say, but regal Helen put in quickly, "Listen, I can tell you what the omen means. As light is given me, as I see it, point by point fulfilled. The beaked eagle flew from the wild mountain, of his fathers to take the prey from the tame house bird. Just so Odysseus, back from his hard trials and wandering, will soon come down in fury on his house. He may be there today, and a black hour he brings upon the suitors. She's good. In terms of the story, she's right on. Hit it right on the head. So, look here. Keen mind, just like Penelope. Beauty, just like. What's the difference? There's only one difference. She says it herself, and so too does Penelope. She said, look here. She could be influenced by a goddess, and she was influenced by it, and therefore she lost. Aphrodite influenced her, and therefore she went off with Paris, and she was then brought to Troy, and the whole battle of the Trojan War was fought over her. Why? Because she could be influenced by a goddess, Aphrodite. That plays a key role, because why wasn't then Penelope? Because goddesses move in and out of her house all the time. Key point. We'll go back to it. All right, let's watch it. She says something about it. She says, you know what I have? She says, I have heart. And we call it also, she got doubt. Right? Let me just give you a quick one. Penelope is saying at about 300 in Book 19, ah, stranger, if what you say could happen, you would soon know our love, our bounty too. Men would turn after you to call you blessed. But my heart tells me what must be. Odysseus will not come to me. No ship will be prepared for you. We have no master quick to receive and furnish out a guest as Lord Odysseus was. Then she says, where did I dream him? She has 3 dreams, you see. This is one. Where did I dream him? How did I dream him? A very interesting dream. 3 of them. Did I dream him? Passing comment. 2 others, much more significant. So then, what do we know? What separates Helen and Penelope? Well, we're getting a bit wise. Doubt. Let's look at her doubt, because that's the heart of Penelope. Heart, doubt, and her quest for proof. Right? Let's jump to Book 23, which is really her chapter. It's beautiful for her. Okay, in 23, right in the beginning of 23, Odysseus is in the house. The great battle is over. The old nurse runs up to tell her, wake up, child. Come on down. Odysseus is here. Penelope says, what is this mockery you wake me up to tell, breaking in my sleep? Leave me. Go back downstairs. Then the old nurse, Euryclea, said, I wouldn't play a trick on you, child. To this, Penelope says, if he came home in secret, as you say, and engaged all those suitors and slew them all, oh yeah, how could he do it? They were all down there, still in the same crowd. Couldn't do it. Must be an activity of a god. Don't believe it.